Okay, um, welcome, and today we are going to look at the addition and subtraction of logarithms, right? So this is a topic in Form 2, and we continue. Now, addition of logarithms can be added. I mean, logarithms can be added the way we add the other numbers, the way we do 2 plus 3. So when we find the logarithms of numbers, we can add them, we can subtract them, we can multiply them, we can divide them. Alright, we can perform the four basic operations as usual. Now, let us look at this uh, addition of, of, of logarithms. We look at the addition of logarithms. So, uh, the part, we know that logarithm have got two parts, the characteristic and the mantissa. So in logarithms, only one part can be negative, or that is characteristic. The characteristic of a logarithm can be negative, we see here. Characteristic can be negative, only characteristic, but the rest, which is mantissa, mantissa um, is always positive. So mantissa is always positive. The mantissa is always positive, but characteristic can be negative the way we see here. Characteristic can be negative. So when we add or when we subtract, we should also take, I mean, uh, take precaution of this, that characteristic can be negative, and we are going to see how characteristic can be negative, but mantissa is always positive. Now let us go for one example here, that if we are given a task like this, find the sum of the logarithms of the given numbers below. Now we are given numbers. These are numbers. We are given the number one is 0.00078, and number two is uh, 247. So what you are going to do, you are going to find the logarithm of this number here. You're going to find the logarithm of this number here and the logarithm of this number, and then you add the logarithms, because we are looking for sum. So you will have to find the sum of the logarithm. Do not find the sum of these two, but we find the sum of their logarithms. Now you have to understand that we are finding the sum of the logarithms of these two numbers. So when you look, you use your table and you look the logarithm of this. First of all, you have to express this into standard form. If you express this into standard form, you get 7.8 times 10 power negative. Now the point is here. So going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be times 10 power negative 5. And this one will be in standard form, 2 point, the point was here. Now you moved it to this point. Going to where it was, you go forward 2 steps. So it is 2.47 times 10 power 2. Now we know that uh, these, we have to find the logarithms now. Logarithms of these two numbers. Logarithm of 7.8 times 10 power negative 5 and logarithm of 2.47 times 10 power 2. Applying the laws of logarithm will give us uh, these numbers down here. That um, logarithm now of 7.8 times 10 power negative 5 will be given by bar 5. Bar 5, because the characteristic here is negative. And when the characteristic is negative, we start by writing bar 5. Then point, you look at the logarithm of 7.8 now. Logarithm of 7.8. Yeah. So the logarithm of 7.8 is given by this number here, 89. Let me use another color here for um, the sake of differentiating characteristic in mantissa. So this is 89 to 1. And the logarithm now, logarithm of 2.47 times 10 power 2 is given by 2, because the characteristic is 2, and we add here point 2 point change color 2.3927 3927. So our task is to add the logarithms, right? This is our task. We add the logarithms. So you get 8, you get 2, I mean not 2, excuse me, 8, you get 4, because these are positive, only this characteristic is negative. So 8, 4, 18, carry 1, you got here 9, plus this is 12, and dot. For the case of a characteristic here now, you have 1. So bar 5 is as negative 5. So 1 plus negative 5 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Is negative 2. So this is the answer we have. The answer is bar 2.2848. Now, in case you have forgotten how to cut out the laws, you'll have to go back and look at the laws of logarithm. When we multiply, it's the same as when we find the logarithm here. We're going to have to do addition of the factors of these logarithm, individual logarithm here. So you find the logarithm of 7.8, then you add the logarithm of base 10, 10 power negative 5, which is bar 5. So bar 5, then add the logarithm of this, you get that much. And mind you that only characteristic can be negative, but the rest, which is mantissa, this is mantissa, mantissa is always positive. This is mantissa, this characteristic. So very important, and this is how we carry addition. Don't go away, because we are going for subtraction very soon.